Hi everybody, this is Newfie Boy 23 on his ride home today. Leaving the office, trying to get home and get through traffic. I don't think it's going to be really a nice ride home today. I anticipate a little bit of traffic, as can be seen in front of me. Look at all the lovely, lovely traffic. Oh, there goes a colleague of mine onto her car. Alright, bike's been started now for better part of 10 minutes. And let's go. I'm going to keep my helmet up for a little while, just because there's a lot of smog, humidity, whatever you want to call it here in the city. Here's a friend of mine. And I'll wave like the fool I am. I don't know where they plan to go, going that way. But, yeah. Had to give a friendly nod to that gentleman for letting me in. So, out and about I am today. I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of folks who I find are a major inspiration to me, and one, I'm guessing, the motorcycle community, vlogging community in general. I wanted to send a thank you out to Wild Bill, the Midnight Shot, and Al Ryder, and Al Ryder's wife, why am I drawing a blank? Dark Flight, and to his honeydew, Starflight. Yeah, it's been a very fun last couple of months following these folks. I only really got into following the moto vlogging scene this year, and I've come across some real nice vlogs, some really quality stuff, and it's done by a lot of these guys. Not to say I don't watch some of the other folks like Ramkin, or I am Ramikin, however you pronounce it. DeFobra I like to watch as well, since he's kind of the honorary Canadian, so I've been told, or so I'm hearing on some of the other folks' vlogs around. Yeah. So, inspiration. These guys do a fantastic job of selling the sport, selling the vlogging idea, and I thank them for it. I had gotten out of riding a few years ago because I had a couple of close calls, as I indicated in this morning's vlog. But watching all the riders from Newfoundland, my home province by the way, all the riders from all over the place enjoying themselves profusely, kind of gave me the spark to go out and get my bike, or get a new bike this year and get back into vlogging. It's been a great couple of months riding, I must say. I'm looking forward to much more riding in the future. Why did this dude do that? instead of going behind him, he cut out in front of him there back at the set of lights. People. Anyway, time for helmet down. Oh, I gotta head back today. And look at this beautiful Causeway St. John weather that we happen to be experiencing here today. Lucky our viewers are that they get to see this wonderful, wonderful weather. And of course it's going to cause my visor to fog up, it's going to cause my cam to fog up. Right. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to give those, like I said, those thanks to some of those guys as being inspiration, and girls and gals, I know right, that's a girl. Little Starflight. Hi ladies. Wanted to give a thank you to those as well. Alright. On to a topic of conversation for the day that I've kind of wanted to bring up for a while, and I know Wild Bill has touched on it in the past, and you know, has had to make changes to his riding choices based on insurance. Ew, nasty insurance. I dislike insurance. I know most people dislike their insurance. I think insurance is more or less a fraud. That's a very powerful statement to have said, but they take your money, they give you nothing for it, and if you're a good driver, you just fork out money for nothing. Same as homeowners insurance, house insurance, job loss insurance. It's great to pay it out, but you don't really need it unless something major is going to happen. Last year, I think it was last year or the year before, here in Atlantic Canada, insurance companies as a whole generated over $1 billion in profit. And this is not just their growth, this is their net profit amongst all the insurance companies here. That's a lot of money from us. Do our premiums have to be as high as they are? Probably not. Not to mention, it's the insurance company's job to screw you out of claims and settlements, and to, for no apparent reason, rise the rates to absolute atrocious levels. When I got this bike, this is a Phaser 8, or an FZ8 as they call it down in the US, FZ8F N for naked. Wait, no, FZ8S, sorry, for sport. When I got this bike, the first thing I did was check a couple of quotes. I wasn't worried, you know. I'd had advanced motorcycle safety courses, I've got driver training courses, I've got X number of years of motorcycle training underneath my belt. Not to say that I'm a perfect driver or I'm not going to run into any problems, because that can always happen. I'm saying that my insurance should be a little better for the courses and experience that I've got. So, talked to my insurance agents, and they said, well, you know, if you were underneath the 600cc bike, so like a 580cc bike or something like that, then, if such a beast existed, you wouldn't have to worry about a very expensive insurance premiums. Maybe in the realm of like $400 or $500 a year. Oh, cool. So, because I'm getting above a 600cc bike, what does that mean? Well, that means that you're obviously going to be stupid and dangerous. So, we're going to, raise the premiums. Now, it's nothing in comparison to what Wild Bill has had quotes for his firestorm that he had over the wintertime of, a couple $1,000s. But, it did double. It almost doubled. It went from $350 up to $700 or so for anything above a $700, but below a leader bike. So, and the insurance is, the other weird thing was the color. People say it doesn't matter on the color of your bike or the color of your car when you're getting it registered for or getting it insured. I will tell you that's a bull-faced lie. This bike is black. The bike also comes in 25th anniversary color. It's like a blue and a white. It comes in blue. I don't think it comes in any other color, but I was told this was the least expensive insurance color, plain black. Again, I don't know if my insurance company was shitting with me or not, but they told me this was cheaper. So, I mean, it didn't factor into my decision. I found this bike at a crazy deal and bought it, and was getting it regardless, as long as the insurance wasn't, you know, $4,000 a year, $3,000 a year, or something like that, a crazy number like that. So, anyway, I decided to have a chat with her and explain, you know, I have a gentleman I know, or I've heard of, who was charged X number of dollars because he had a couple of blemishes on his record. And they said specifically with motorcycles, when you have a couple of accidents on your motorcycle, not necessarily on your motorcycle, but in a car or anything at all that ties back to your account, it greatly increases the amount of insurance premiums that you pay, especially for a motorcycle. So you may have a perfect or a semi-perfect record over on in your car, pretty decent record on your bike, one blemish on your car, wham bam, your motorcycle insurance goes up and out of the stratosphere. So the girl explained to me, I would charge you $350 if you owned a 500cc, which is what I had owned previously, motorcycle. I was like, cool, awesome price. And they said, if you got into one accident in your car, that would raise your premiums on your motorcycle from $350 to about $900. And if I had gotten into another accident, again, an at-fault accident, so meaning I was the person who caused the wreck, if I'd gotten into an at-fault accident, then again it would, you know, again double on top of that. So up from $350 to like $700, $800, $900, and then from $900 out to like $1,500 or $1,600 again. So a little ridiculous, if you ask me. I think it's fair. I think we should all have insurance, but I don't think we should be paying the premiums that we are right now, and some people will be absolutely wrecked. At one time in Canada here, there used to be government-run insurance companies, meaning that the government funded or partially funded the insurance companies, and you were mandated, if you had a car, you had to pay, you know, $92 a month for insurance coverage A, B, or C, or something along those lines. And they still have it in some provinces of Canada, where it's provincially run, and they pay a much lower premiums than we do out here with our private insurance. Maybe the government just wanted to get out of the insurance business in certain provinces and territories. I don't know exactly. But at any cost, they're out of the insurance game, and we don't have to pay that nice low cost that they pay out in provinces like BC, where it's a provincial run. So our friends like Wild Bill end up getting quotes, or if you had been crazy enough, pay $3,000 a year for I believe it was a Honda Firestorm that he was looking at. So, you know, he goes and buys the bike and ends up getting a quote for X number of dollars, which is cheap. Then he gets a new quote for X number of dollars, which is not cheap. And of course, he has to end up selling his bike. And long story short, he didn't get the ride, the bike he wanted for the season, ends up with something else instead. So, insurance, not fun. Not at all. But it's a requirement for this sport we love so much. Indeed it is. at this, 50 kilometers an hour. Is anybody actually going to slow down? I'm going to take that as a no. Silly city drivers, tricks are for kids. Oh. So, does anybody else have any insurance woes or problems that they may have experienced over the last couple of years, or stories they want to share? This is not my... I have had issues in the past with insurance for myself, getting a proper quote. Because it seemed at one point insurance companies thought I was... Okay, up here is another weird rule as well. Let me go back and rephrase it. There's a very weird rule that states if you have a gap in your insurance coverage, then obviously you're a bad driver and we're going to charge you more to get insurance again. So what it promotes is that from the time you're 16 until the time you die or stop driving a car or motorcycle or motorized vehicle of some kind, that you're going to be paying for insurance that entire period of your life. If you stop paying for insurance, then you basically are reset, and your insurance, your quote will go back up. So I had insurance from 16, 17, 19, 20 years old or so. So I had insurance for 4 or 5 years in a row. And at one point I couldn't afford a car anymore, so I stopped paying for my insurance. There was no car to drive. I had no reason to put insurance on it. I had no bike at the time. So about 2 years later, I had gotten a job. It was a very good paying job, and I decided I wanted a new car, or a car. I wanted a car with insurance. Obviously, you need insurance in Canada to ride the car, or legally drive your car. Of course, you could drive without insurance, it just wouldn't be very legal. Then again, that never stops anyone. So I go to my insurance company and say, hey, I'm back and I want some insurance. And like, yeah, about that. Yeah, we're going to treat you like you're a brand new driver again. Excuse me? Yeah, new driver status. Why? I've got 4 years or 5 years of driving under my belt with not a single blemish or ticket. So why am I being charged new driver? Well, unfortunately, you had a gap in your insurance of, a period of time, and because of that gap, your insurance premiums go up substantially. So I said, okay, what if I had been insured constantly for 5 years straight? So like, basic car insurance on a Civic or something silly, $800 a year, we'll say, for just the very basics, which I think we call PLPD, public liability. Basically covers the other guy but not you. So, okay, that's not bad. And what's my quote? Because I don't have 5 years of constant insurance on a car I don't own. Well, sir, that's going to cost you $4,000. I nearly lost it. But of course, I had to drive, so I put a $3,000, I found a cheap one. I put $3,000 insurance on my $3,000 crappy Honda Civic, which was very expensive. And after 1 year of paying $3,000, it went down to, I think it was $1,800. Then the following year after $1,800, it went down to, if I recall, $1,500. Then in my 4th year, it dropped down to $1,200. Then in my 5th year, which is what I believe it is now, it dropped down to about $1,000, give or take. Yeah, about $1,000. So they had literally had me by the balls, knowing that I had to be forced into buying insurance and had to pay this absolutely huge, atrocious, sorry, doesn't think it's atrocious insurance premium. Anyway, fast forward many years later, I now have a bike which I pay insurance on at about, I think it was about $600 a year. I have a car which I pay insurance on of about $900 a year, and I have an 18D which I'm going to be paying very soon, approximately $300 a year for insurance on that. Have I ever been into an accident? No. Do I ever want to be in an accident? No. Hell no. Am I glad I have insurance for if I do? Hell yes. Hell yes. You see, this guy decides to move. Girl, actually, but thank you. They usually don't. They usually drive over here in the very middle of the road here, blocking up all my lane for coming down. It's never fun coming down this little beat up road to home. Oh, look, here comes another guy. He's gonna give me some room. Yeah, he's gonna give me some room. So let's see, can I go home? And here's my dog and my girlfriend. Home again, chickadee chick.